The Red Dwarf Tavern floated through the universe atop a jagged rock, its sheer size eclipsing most ships. It resembled a drifting island, complete with rugged cliffs and synthetic greenery, crowned by a towering building at its center. A marvel of human ingenuity, it appeared, in high-traffic regions where merchants, smugglers, and dignitaries alike sought refuge. The tavern's force field shimmered faintly, its artificial gravity perfectly stable. No matter your origin or allegiance, all species were welcome here, provided they obeyed the single immutable rule: no fighting. Today, the tavern's tranquil surface was marred by a jagged crater still smoking. A battered ship lay embedded, its desperate pilot, a thin, jittery Ixol with a mottled carapace, scrambling from the wreckage. His many eyes darted to the approaching humans, a man and woman in grease-stained coveralls. "You've ruined my rock," said Jian Wei, the tavern's chief mechanic, his arms crossed as he inspected the crater. His sister, Zhan Ling, stood beside him, her expression equally sour. Please, the Ixol stammered, his voice clicking in panic. I'm being hunted! I don't care! Zhan Ling interrupted, her hands on her hips. How do you plan to compensate us? Please, they were chasing me! Zhan Ling sighed, pulling out a datapad. Well, here come your friends. A scout-class spaceship descended, its engines growling like hungry predators. The Ixol recoiled, antennae quivering as armed figures disembarked. They were Relthax, a species known for their towering muscular builds and reptilian features. Their leader, a scarred brute with an acid-green crest, stepped forward. Out of the way, humans, he growled, ignoring them entirely. Our prey belongs to us. Zhan Ling didn't look up from her datapad. Sure thing, just as soon as he pays for the damage. Jian Wei raised an eyebrow. This is the Red Dwarf Tavern. You know what that means, don't you? You think we care about your stupid rock? The Relthax sneered. Step aside, or we'll flatten this place. Zhan Ling sighed, muttering under her breath. Idiots. Raising her voice, she pointed to the Ixol. He's under our protection until he repays his debt. If you try anything, you won't leave this rock. The Relthax roared with laughter, their weapons humming to life. We're the glorious Braxian Fangs. We take what we want, and no one— A subordinate behind the leader muttered, Wait, I think I've heard— They didn't finish. The rock itself responded. Metallic panels slid open, revealing turreted cannons that pivoted with machine precision. Plasma bolts erupted, burning through the Braxians and their ship in seconds. Their laughter turned to screams, and then to silence. The charred remnants of the invaders smoldered on the landing strip. Zhan Wei and Zhan Ling didn't flinch. They turned back to the trembling Ixol. Don't worry about them anymore, Zhan Wei said with a smile. If they know what's good for them, no one will attack you here. Now, about that payment, Zhan Ling said. Her tone was casual, but her gaze was sharp. I have nothing but this, the Ixol choked out, pulling a shimmering crystal from his satchel. It refracted the light, casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the crater. Zhan Wei took the crystal and inspected it. Nice, but not enough. What? Not enough? If you can't pay, Zhan Ling added with mock severity, you'll have to pay with your body. The Ixol stumbled back, horrified. Zhan Wei sighed. Relax. We mean work. We're short-staffed anyway, so congratulations. You're a waiter now. Inside the tavern, the Ixol marveled at the crowd. Rakvians with feathery frills sat next to Icorians with translucent jelly-like bodies. A group of humans laughed with the Evok ambassador, their bulbous eyes blinking in sync. Hundreds of species were in harmony, an enforced peace that felt almost sacred. Far away, in a fortress bristling with weapons, the Braxian Fangs leader loomed over a console. His subordinate trembled as he delivered the news. Gone? All of them? The leader bellowed, slamming a fist against his desk. Tell me who did this! They will pay for this insult! We will destroy them! The subordinate hesitated, his voice barely above a whisper. It was a place called the Red Dwarf Tavern. The leader's rage froze, his scales losing their vibrant hue. Dread seeped into his features as the name registered. The Red Dwarf Tavern. Yes, sir, it's one of those safe zones. The leader swallowed hard, his claws digging into the desk. With a snarl, he barked orders. Erase every record of this. We had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Disavow the fools who went there. I don't want anyone to know they were ours. The subordinate nodded frantically. and scrambled out of the room to comply. Left alone, the leader slumped into his chair, staring into the void. The Red Dwarf Tavern wasn't just a safe zone. It was a symbol of unassailable power, backed by Terrans and alliances beyond his comprehension. The thought of challenging it was unthinkable. Fools, he muttered under his breath, sweat pooling on his brow. I'm surrounded by fools.